Good evening and welcome to the Fantasy Football News. Here with your first quarter of a season breakdown, I'm Commissioner Hulk.
God damn it. Who put a question mark on the teleprompter? I told you, if you put it on there, he's going to read it.
Walking into this season, reigning champion Andrew Scheibe had this to say. Kind of a big deal. People know me. Well, after a week 2 explosion for 183 points, he had to be told, Mr. Scheibe, you have a massive erection. And it turned out Tyler Lockett was wearing optical illusion pants. Because after putting up 58 fantasy points in the first 2 weeks, he only turned in 24 combined over the next 3. Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see. Manager Josh Nagel knows one thing, and that is the only way to bag a classy lady is to give her 2 tickets to the gun show. So naturally, he drafted DK Metcalf with the most legendary guns in the league. Let's see if she liked the goods. Seems like she did, because Josh is off to a 4-1 start with the second most points for in the league. Manager Dwayne Noyes made his highly anticipated return to the league this year. Week 1 did not go how he hoped. Is that Dwayne? You pooped in the refrigerator. Left more points on your bench than in your starting lineup. Not even mad. It's amazing. How'd you do that? Honestly, just impressed. Don't worry, he's starting to turn the ship around. Nearly putting up the highest score of the week in week 5. Speaking of ships, I believe the Diversity was an old wooden ship of the Civil War era.
I don't think you understand what diversity means.
Well, neither does John Gruden. Andrew Lefevre was able to draft Brandon Cooks this year. This gem of a pickup line. You have an absolutely breathtaking target share. I mean, that thing is nice. Want to be friends with it. Whew. Between that and Kyler Murray taking him to Pleasure Town every week, Andrew Lefevre is off to a 3rd place overall start. Now moving on, boy, that escalated quickly for Patrick Forsberg. I mean, that really got out of hand. After finishing second to last place last year, Rick's Meats is off to a 4-1 start, including back-to-back weeks as the highest score in the league. Prior to week 5, manager Forsberg was overheard giving a little pep talk to one of his players. Oh, Kyle Pitts, you are my little gentleman, and I will take you to foggy London town. Well, turns out foggy London town agreed with Pitts, as he exploded for 27 fantasy points in a breakout game, giving Rick's Meats yet another weapon in the quest for the championship belt. Manager Zach Segal in the 4th round of the draft said to Brandon Ayuk, Brandon, there are literally thousands of men that I should draft instead of you, but I am 72% sure that I am in love with you. Well, that love has gone unrequited, as Ayuk is the wide receiver 82 on the season. Thankfully, he called up manager Austin Meade and said, I'm going to throw this out there. If you like it, you can take it. If you don't, just send it right back. Well, he liked it and he took it. The 2 completed a blockbuster trade, giving Segal Mike Williams. I don't know if you overheard, he has over 115 fantasy points this season. Barely lift his arms from catching all those passes. It's a deep burn. Meanwhile, manager Austin Meade just lost Juju Smith-Schuster for the season, and Knights of Columbus does that hurt. Luckily, he also drafted Great Odin's Raven, Marquise Brown, who's truly emerging in his 3rd season for Baltimore. And by the hammer of Thor, Tom Brady continues to put the hammer down. finishing as the QB1 through 5 weeks of the season. Performances like that might find himself in some primetime games soon. Currently, you can find Team Tom Brady Sucks on ESPN 8, The Ocho. After years as a perennial contender, manager Mitch Myers, currently in second to last place, quoted as saying, "Justin Fields is so damn rough. Allen Robinson was a bad choice." Whew. Allen Robinson so far drafted in the 3rd round, producing only 40 points in the entire season, a number that's been produced in a single game by several players. Luckily, Mitch was not deceived by a preseason of Jamar Chase saying, "This is embarrassing. Totally unprepared for this." And he has some hope for the future with the young rookie, because now they friggin' love each other. For manager Tim Bowman, he drafted Michael Gallup and said, "I immediately regret this decision." Gallup played part of week 1 and was immediately put on the IR. Meanwhile, "Robert Tonyan, is that you? Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee." Well, it turns out Robert Tonyan's not in Milwaukee or anywhere else. Certainly not running routes for the Packers, finishing with 3 points or less in 4 or 5 weeks so far. Luckily, with a guy named Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, there's plenty of reason for hope on Bowman's team. We now turn to our last place manager, Bill Malley, which of course translated means a whale's vagina.
I think it's William Malley, actually.
Well, agree to disagree.
Okay.
And, oh God, what's that smell? It's like baby diapers filled with Indian food. It's the stench coming off of Malley's last place roster. Despite rostering 2 of the top 12 RBs so far this season, Malley was crushed by the loss of Jerry Jeudy to injury early on. Despite the rough start, Bill does have brought back to life Antonio Brown and Michael Thomas waiting in the wings. Is it enough to bring him back into contention? We'll soon find out. And I'm sad to report the league as a whole was in a state of disarray following the departure of Robert Forsberg. Until the hero we needed arrived in the form of Dylan Jungles, who said, "League, if I were to give you some money out of my wallet right now, would that help ease the pain?" He pulled that money out of the wallet and eased the pain he did. That being said, his auto-drafting and ignoring his lineup tactics were sure to incite some bad feelings in the victims of his 2 victories so far this season. Chiming in, managers Andrew Scheibe and Zach Segar had this to say: "From deep down in my stomach, with every inch of me, I pure straight hate you. But God damn it, do I respect you." Finally, League, I, your humble commissioner, went with a strategy that works 60% of the time, every time, and drafted multiple players from my own favorite team, the Carolina Sex Panthers, outlawed in 117 countries. Well, that strategy hurt me when CMC went down with an injury, and Christian, if you're listening, I have to tell you, I miss you so damn much. Miss being with you. Miss being near you. I miss your laugh. I miss your scent. I miss your musk. Now, when this is all over, I think you and me should get an apartment together. But listen, League. There's 3 things I'm good at: league recaps, commissioning, and winning at fantasy football. I've already done one of those things today, and I'm about to do one more. So what's it gonna be? Want to hear some trash talk in this league? What, I hear that you're gonna take your opponent's mother, Dorothy Mantooth, out to a nice seafood dinner and never call her back. What, I hear that I bought my pants at the toilet store. When I hear some trash talk out of your poop, out of your poop mouths. Listen, and I want to leave you with this. I have one great passion in this life that burns within my loins like a flaming golden hawk to one day become league champion. For the Season in Review News, I'm Commissioner Oak. You go fuck yourself, League.